I am curious to listen to her confession and her story because that's exactly what I'm here to do. My lady, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
This is Confessions. Let us hear your story, your confession.
Miss Nancy, I feel so broken and dejected. I don't even know how to tell the story.
Try.
My childhood best friend has been away for some years, and we had a chance to meet up in town. Yeah, she's living well. Okay, she's rich and she has a car. She has built a house. In fact, houses. Yeah. So comparing myself with her, I felt I was far behind. Yeah. So I keep asking myself, why am I not making it? Because I'm hardworking, I'm doing everything I can, but I make a lot of loss in my business. So I confronted her and I asked her how she made it.
Yes.
So she told me she would help me.
Okay.
Yeah.
How kind.
So I felt so pleased with it, and so we embarked on a trip to Benin, yeah, to see greener pastures. So on our way
To Benin to see greener
Benin.
pastures.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So on our way, the road was very scary. It was dark, and I have never been there before. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I trusted my friend because she told me she'd help me, and I've known her since my childhood. Yeah. So on our way, we alighted at a beautiful house, and an Indian giant came to open the door for us. But,
Okay.
yeah. So when we entered, he took me to a room alone. So he told me to take off my clothes, and I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So after I took off my clothes and he laid me on the bed, he tied me up. He tied my hands and my legs. Yeah.
To the bed.
To the bed. Yeah.
Okay.
So he went out of the room and he came back in some few minutes and he brought a basin of snakes and he poured the snakes on me.
Oh my God.
And
Did they bite you?
Miss Nancy, one of the snakes entered my and I could feel it moving in my stomach.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So after he left, I couldn't scream. I didn't even know what to do.
Is this like reality or it's a dream you had? Like real?
Real. That's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. So in about 10 minutes he came back and he took the snake and he removed the one from my vagina and he cleaned it with a white handkerchief. The next thing I saw was he brought a jute bag full of dollars.
I mean, Ghana must go.
Yeah, Ghana must go. He gave it to me, full of dollars. So my friend and I returned to Ghana, and believe me, I can't even spend that money. I can't even sleep. I'm just...
So you brought a bag full of dollars. What kind of notes?
It's in different notes.
Notes.
Yeah.
Mixed up.
Mixed up.
Full bag.
Full bag.
The medium or the large?
The large.
The large.
Yes, please.
And you brought it back to Ghana.
Yeah, I did. With
And-
my friend.
And how long ago was this?
In about... We returned in about 2 months.
2 months ago.
Yeah, 2 months ago.
And the money
Yeah.
is with you.
Yeah, it's with me.
And why are you here?
Miss Nancy, honestly, I can't spend the money. Anytime I see the bag, I remember everything and it scares me. I sometimes move out of the house. I feel haunted every day. I feel so haunted every day.
After all you went through for it, you are still unable to spend it.
if she had told me I would go through this, I wouldn't have done it.
Gone.
Yeah, because when I got there, you can't return. Once
You
you're
just
there,
have to do it.
You have to do it.
Be careful what you wish for. Now she had what she wished for. In fact, she went through a lot to have what she wanted. And yet, she's unable to do anything with it. This confession has been full of goosebumps for me. I am overwhelmed. I want to believe this is a dream. But she says it's actually her reality. Let us go into the studio with my audience and my special guest, and let's see how we are able to help this woman. Maybe we would have to bring the bag into the studio and share the dollars amongst us and see what happens to all of us. Money is good. People, this is Confessions on TV3. We are seated right here in the studio, and my God, that was quite a confession, people. She was looking for something, wishing for a better life, and she didn't know what she had to go through to get it. Now she has it and still doesn't know what to do with what she got. The mysteries of this life. Alafia, it's good to have you in the studio.
Thank you, Miss Nancy. You are looking very, very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
Gorgeous. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. It's not really too much, Ratty. Miss Nancy,
Alafia.
I always say this on this show. I really, really don't understand and know what women want. Why? Low self-esteem. You don't believe in yourself. People have it. You want to have same. They've shown you the way. Now you have it. And you are complaining that you cannot use the money.
She cannot sleep. She cannot eat. You should have seen her. She doesn't look well.
So in our local parlance, we will say, who you pay for? Some ladies are witches. You see, when
For
we
you,
say,
so long as she has what she was looking
Yes.
for, she should be satisfied.
yes,
She did not know she had to go through what she went through to get it. Don't you think that's such an experience? Imagine if a snake passes on you, passes on your skin and doesn't even bite you. Your soul escapes from your body for 1 week. Imagine a snake entering your body. This is not a dream, man.
So why is it that when she was returning, she returned with the money? She even went straight to her room with the money. She should have gone to the church or gone to the police station or gone to any other place to go and report or look for a spiritual person who is powerful and confess her sins. Now, like the law will say, this has become like a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
So the law cannot deal with it. You need man of God, somebody who is so much spiritual, powerful. I don't want to market other people here,
Yeah.
but you need somebody if you really
Solid.
don't want this money. And these people, when you go to them and you take this booty, take all these things from them, you cannot easily return it. It's either your life or you continue with them. So she should be mindful. Or say, or the Nensakwa Koka Adibia, the Umubiano said, so the road is for her.
Now, yeah. Asante Forse Odo Nsatu Nana Brewedu Animua, just Odi Emanesa. Such is the story of this young woman. Now we need a spiritualist to come into the studio because I am curious about what kind of money ritual that demands that a snake enters a woman and snakes are poured on her and a giant man that looks like an Indian would open a door to a place she's never seen before. I just want to know exactly what happened. And for you also, watching us live on TV3, I'm sure you want to know what happened. Osofo Kojo is right here. He's coming in to help us make the conversation more educative and more interesting. People, let's celebrate Osofo Kojo Benso.
Miss Nancy,
Osofo Kojo.
how you doing? You're looking beautiful as always.
Oh, yeah.
How you guys doing? Confession family.
It's good to have you, sir.
Always. Your set is looking beautiful.
Isn't it?
You're always
Thank you.
changing.
Well, we grow every day.
I know,
We
right?
thank God Almighty, and we also appreciate you for your prayers.
And
You
the
do say
gods.
some for us, don't you?
Yeah, sure. All the gods. They're all saying hello.
The gods?
Yeah,
Oh,
from-
hello back, dear gods. How are you all? Wonderful.
Over 1,000 of them. all
Over
saying-
1,000 of them, you work with them.
Yeah, sure.
Thank
They're all
you.
saying hello.
Why are you looking at my drink? Hey, Jesus! Okay, so Osofo Kojo is right here in the studio with us. Osofo, you heard the young lady's confession.
Yes.
Is it true? Do these things happen?
Sadly, it happens. Sadly. I use the word sadly because it's not a practice that we should indulge in. And this is even coming from me.
Yes.
And hearing the story, it was sad because...
Osofo, what is that?
Oh, I brought a gift for you.
No, you put it by your, you know I trust you, right?
Oh, yeah, it's a gift.
Put it by the other side. This one
Out
is
of
very,
love.
very close. Out of love.
Out of love.
Hey.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
put it at the other side. for
Oh,
me.
don't worry, it's a
Thank
gift.
you.
Can you hold it for
Uh-huh.
me? You hold it. Oh, okay.
Right. Thank you. So, you were saying that these things happen
Yeah, it does
right
happen.
here in Ghana. Are there people?
The story says they went to Benin,
She went
right?
outside of Ghana.
That's a sad bit because hearing the story, hearing about a snake,
Mm-hmm.
Benin is one place that you don't mess with a snake.
Okay.
You don't even see a snake dead.
Mm-hmm.
When you see a snake die, you literally have to bury the snake. You even have to turn your back towards the snake.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a practice that is not accepted in the hierarchies of spirituality in Benin.
Okay.
No wonder the story says she went into the outskirts of Benin.
Yes.
And of course, to every house in our pilot, we say there's a mason.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, it doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what regulations you set. There will
So
still be
what
people
you're trying to say is that even with spiritual practices,
Yeah, you don't indulge
there
in
are
such a
people that are not doing the right thing.
Of
Just
course.
as we say there are false men of God,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
are also false spiritual people.
Of course. Who practice certain things that is forbidden, you're not supposed to practice it. Because it's against life. And what our sister is indulging is very dangerous. This is literally the first time I've been on your set and said something is dangerous.
Yes.
So it should tell you how diabolic that act is. And I'm grateful that we have such a platform as Confessions, that the whole nation and beyond, the entire Africa listen to.
Oh, they
And
do.
the fact that I'm taking this opportunity to say thank you to your platform because
That's just confessions.
I heard, I got a call and we were supposed to do a ritual somewhere. I had to cancel and come because of the significance of the story.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, we truly, truly appreciate you and the knowledge you bring on board,
Yeah, this is home. This is home.
isn't it?
Yes.
Yes. So with this young lady, also let's talk about somebody just recommending that you go somewhere. You see somebody flourishing. Is it all right for you to go to the person and say, show me the way? And at what point do you know that this way that you are being shown is not the right way?
There's nothing wrong with actually going to somebody to say, whatever it is you're doing, I want to know about it. We're all supposed to know. We're all supposed to learn every day.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with what she did, actually going. But what she was
ask.
also supposed to do is to investigate more into what the lady was telling her. Because first and foremost, a young lady about 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, you're not supposed to build houses. It doesn't matter what the popular says, but you're not supposed to.
The processes of life does not agree to that.
No, there's a reason why the elders said life begins at 40.
40.
It doesn't mean all of us should also wait till 40 before we start life. But at least there are processes that you go through. The most powerful and prominent people on the face of the earth went through a stage of discovering themselves. What people don't even know is that Harrison Ford was a carpenter. He wasn't an engineer. He was a carpenter. And all the way to his late 30s that he even discovered a passion for cars. But we are in a generation where everybody wants something done quick. Everybody
Coming
wants
from
something
Osofo
fast.
Kojo, this is the one that deserves a standing ovation.
Yeah, we're not supposed to do that.
Thank you.
Patience is virtue. Relax, take your time, know yourself.
A
Understand
draw
yourself.
run answer patience is virtue.
No, you were drawn, you were drawn. You understand?
Yes.
Anything good is for life.
Yes.
Say, draw Papa, no, the good,
It's for
good,
life.
good is for life. It's for preservation. It's for growth of the community, the entire nation.
Yes.
What we do should benefit the entire nation. It
Yes.
shouldn't bring doom to the nation, which would go against the younger generations coming. What profit of man if we get all that we think we want to get, and our children's children live to suffer the curses of what we... So what she did is actually abolishing Benin. You're not supposed to practice that in Benin.
That.
And for even, you are defiling the snake. Snake is one animal that is very clean. And forget about the misconceptions that you have about the snake. Snake is one of the most righteous animals on the face of the earth.
Okay.
I mean, all the people saying, do you all believe in medicine? Like, you believe in medicine? You believe in the doctors? You
Yes.
believe in science?
Yes.
Okay, you know about the WHO, World Health Organization?
Yes.
What's their symbol? It's a snake. Why do they have a snake as their symbol? Because the first practitioner of that discipline was a deity, was a god. Was once a human being who lives and indulged in the practices of healing people. Those days, science was what we call witchcraft.
Okay.
So you have to practice different portions to be able to learn how to apply to the individuals to get their healing, right? But you have to go to the plants, you have to go to the animals, you have to go to the fishes. Your Bible says it, Job 12.
What
Job
does the Bible say?
Job 12 from 7 to 8, I believe. It says, go to the animals and learn from them.
Okay.
Go to the birds of the sky and learn from them. Go to the earth. Talk to the earth. Ask questions to the earth. And the earth would go to the fishes. So going to Mami Water, there's nothing wrong with it. Going to the snake, there's nothing wrong with it. Going to inquire knowledge to come and benefit society, how do you condemn such act? Without spirituality, there would never be that doctor you celebrate in your family. Oh, my niece is a doctor, my uncle is a doctor. It's coming from that practices. And one of the most potent animals that actually gives healing and bed forth healing is a snake.
But I heard it's quite poisonous.
Think about it. When we say antibiotics, what does it mean?
Anti-bites.
No, antibiotics are actually what?
It's used for healing.
No.
Whatever it is.
It's bacteria being introduced to your body to combat the other bacteria.
Antibacterial.
Come on. You understand? So when you say that poison is evil, poison is not evil. The reason why poison will condemn you because you don't have the poison in you.
Yeah.
But once you have the poison in
Poison
you,
in
no
you.
other poison can destroy. We drink poisons all the time. DDT, call it. We drink it. It's not poisonous. But because your body, your immune system is not used to
to
that,
it.
when that introduces itself to your system for the first time, it's damaging to your system. But when you get the antidote to that, the antidote also has to be a poison. So there's nothing actually absolutely wrong with the snake. It's the most beautiful and wise animal on the face of the earth.
Wise we know. Wise we know. So this young lady went to her friend to ask for the way.
Yeah.
She was shown the way. Also, for how do you know that this way is not right?
She was shown the way of the snake, like I said. There's a place in Benin we call Dahomey. Dahomey. What does it mean? The house of the snake. The home of the snake. That's the meaning, right?
Yeah.
So when you come there, the snake is a totem for the entire community. What it means is that everybody in the community needs to honor such an animal. Every single one of us here have a spiritual totem, an animal totem.
Yeah.
Every single. That's why we have the clans. We
The
have
clans,
the Eduana, we
yes.
have the Aguna, we have all these clans.
Asuna.
We have the totems. Why do we
Yes.
have such totems? Because the spirit animal of that particular totem, what it means is that every single characteristics of that animal is being depicted by every single member of that community or family. So if you belong to a particular animal totem or spirit animal, you cannot defile that animal.
Yes.
You cannot eat that animal. So if you belong to the birds family, you cannot chew chicken. But we chew chicken all the time. We belong to the animal bears totem, but we still chewing chicken. So you are defiling your own chikra, right? And therefore, you're killing yourself. Because every time you eat such an animal, you're destroying yourself. So the Beninoans know exactly what a snake is. So they don't even touch the snake because they know the minute they bring death or filth to the snake, they've destroyed their own selves.
Generally, I was trying to ask, if somebody recommends a place to you, what are the things that you should look out for when you do not want to end up in a bad place?
Know what you believe in. If somebody is recommending something to you and you don't believe in such, don't go into it. You understand? We all know the popular word, bosom. A bosom, I'm just messing around. Bosom is not supposed to kill any member of a particular family. Never, right? But an outsider, yes, that bosom can kill.
Okay, so your family, God
your family
would never
gods
hurt
would never
you.
destroy you. But when you try to go into another family's energy that you have no business going to, this is where the complications come in. So the person going for that advice, going into that shrine, first and foremost, ask your elders, ask your uncles, ask your grandparents, what is our family stand on a snake? But I mean, obviously, the lady had no idea what she was going into.
She didn't.
Right? She went in there blindly. If you don't know the source of somebody's resources, don't even try going there.
If you don't know the source, don't try it. This is Confessions on TV3. I will take this break, and when I come back, more. You are welcome back to Confessions on TV3, MTN, everywhere you go. EcoPlus is giving us support. I am sitting quaintly on this royal seat by EcoPlus. Also, Fukujo is still with us in the studio, and so are you, beautiful ladies and gentlemen. So, Charles, you had a question or contribution? Which was it?
Yes, my name is Charles. I have a contribution. This has to tell about the value system of our society today. Young people should know that there is no wealth without enterprise.
There is no wealth
without enterprise.
Without enterprise.
Yes.
Good.
When someone is doing well, it's not about going to inquire what the person has done. When people are doing well, we should know what they do to do well. You don't even need to find out. Nobody is going to find out what Dangote does to get money. Yeah. We all know what he does. So people shouldn't be more interested in the output, but they should be interested in what they know that it is right for them to do. So people should, younger people actually should focus on self-development. Get it right, do the right things you need to do. Certainly, the output will come, which is the wealth we are looking for.
Thank you. Thank you. I am always asking myself this question, that my favorite car is the Mercedes. But if I buy my Mercedes so early in life, when I'm 50 years, what would I drive? When I'm 60 years, what would I drive? Because I'm a lover of progress. At every point in time, I want to do better than yesterday. And if I finish with the topmost, how do I come back or what? That is how I motivate myself to keep sane and be content with the life that I've been given right here. Back to you. Yes, my dear.
Miss Nancy, I think this is about greediness. Because here, listen to her, she was saying that her childhood friend.
Yes.
So when she realized that their friend has made it, so she also feel like she is a failure. She couldn't make it.
She says she's been working hard and she lost all her business investments.
Looking at this, like, there's a say that don't fight the process. You need to also, stand up and do something and be able to make it.
Sorry, to jump in. Sorry to jump in. I don't think it's greediness. Because sometimes, you see, you have to be in the shoes of certain people to actually know the pain they are going through, right? Especially when you know you've worked as hard as it is, even way more than the friend that supposedly is doing well now. It's curiosity. Naturally, you'd want to find out what is it that you are doing that The truth matter is, no successful person would literally come out to say, okay, guys, this is what I really do. Your secret is your power. So most of the people we think are successful, we think are genuine, you don't know what they do behind the scenes.
Yes.
But they would never come out to tell you. What I do behind the scenes, I won't come out. The ones that I can teach you, I'll teach you. You understand? But what is necessary is, like he rightly said, as an individual, you are supposed to, one, be content with yourself. It doesn't matter what stage you are. You have to be content with yourself, because it's not everybody that came on the face of the earth to have $1 billion or 100 million. Or
The poor shall forever remain with us.
Some
Just
came
that I'm
to
not
just
one of them.
Some came to just be a thousandaire. You understand? Just to have thousands, just to have hundreds. And it's okay, you can be happy in the hundreds.
Yes.
And you can be happy in the 50s. And you can be very unhappy in the billions.
Yes.
Right? So what is important is that you enjoy where you are. The problem with what our sister has done is that once you go to any priest and they do such a ritual, that's why I came in and I said it's very dangerous, right? Somebody in your family will die every year.
Huh?
No debates, no arguments, no negotiations. Somebody must die.
In
And
your
if-
family.
in your family.
And you don't get to choose
And-
who must die. So
No,
that you choose that this is my cousin, she doesn't
No, they
like
will
me, so this one can go.
They would always claim the most closest to you, because those are the ones that are valuable to you, right? And you are exchanging what is valuable to you now to what you think is valuable, which is the paper money. You understand? So it's value for value. You cannot just trade up somebody. You trade up your mother. You trade up your daughter, your wife. There's a story of a very close friend who went to do the same ritual, right? A young man. And when he went, they told him that your mother is going to die by the time you get home. He put the money down and said, you know, I'm not interested. He walked away, right? So right then, when you saw what was happening, you were supposed to walk away.
Away.
Nobody would punish you from seeing it and say, you know what, I can't do this.
I don't have
thing.
the strength for this.
Let me walk away.
Oh.
Because once the snake has gone into you like that, you know your physical body is conceived. It's conceived into the shrine, because it's no longer your physical body. You don't own it anymore. That energy technically owns you, right? And for the rest of your life, you have to be paying for the sacrifice you've gone to do. Now, if the year comes and nobody dies, nobody is willing to go, because sometimes you have families that people
are
are
also strong.
right? So if nobody is willing to go, then you must go. Then you will die. So going into money rituals, I want to use your amazing platform to tell young ones out there, there's a mistake. People think the old folks didn't do money rituals. They did. Our fathers did money rituals. Our great-grandparents did money rituals. But it's not what the younger generation are doing now. What they went is, they call it boosters, right?
Yeah.
So, exactly, Boami, right? So if you're a tomato seller, what they will go in for, the ability to have the strength to sell my tomatoes, right? And then the favor that when people even see me, they will come and buy. So it's not a ritual that is making the tomatoes go faster.
No,
it's the smile. It's your commitment. It's your hard work. It's your presentation. What the energy is doing is to make sure anybody who comes to attack yours, they cast that person away.
Yes.
So you are working, but nobody can tear you down. So now you have no choice than to succeed.
To grow.
This is what our fathers went in for. They didn't go in for shortcuts. How do you not work and you expect $100,000 to be in your account every day?
You have to work.
You have to work. You have to do something. So what we did is that there are things we do just to mix up a little bit into what you're doing. So if you're selling cement today, you continue to sell cement.
Yes.
You won't say that, okay, because I've gone to do a ritual, so I'm no more a cement.
Into real estate, suddenly
you're
I'm
carrying
selling-
the cement. You're carrying the concrete. You're laying the blocks.
Yeah.
This is what we can do. And it's no different from what is happening in the church. Why do you take your tithes to the church? So that the business that you do will continue to thrive. So that you will have more to bring back to the church. It's the same principle.
Yes.
But don't think that, okay, there is a system that you just go and you fetch this. And it's a very dangerous ritual.
My lady, are you there? I want to ask. Osofo Kojo said that at the point where you realized that this was scary, you could have gotten out, you could have left. Why didn't you leave? Did you scream? Did you tell them, I've changed my mind? What did you do?
Miss Nancy, when I entered the room, I was scared, and my friend also told me I'll be fine. Everything's going to be okay. So and looking at the Indian giant, he scared me more because I felt like if I don't do it, I was going to die there. And so
You know, fear can actually break your defenses. Fear in itself can actually break you don't even think right when you are afraid.
Miss Nancy, listen. Naturally, snakes will never harm you. A snake will never come after you. It doesn't matter. Like,
Is that it? So why do we try to attack snakes? Like, why do we have this natural instinct of picking a stone or a rod to hit a snake whenever we see it?
a snake will never harm you. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Right? Let me show you.
What are you trying to show me?
No, I'm showing that a snake will never harm you.
Me or you?
You.
Me?
Yes.
Oh, no. The snake will never harm you, Osofo Kojo.
A snake will never harm you.
Live snake on confessions.
Yes.
And
It'll never
what
harm
kind of
you.
snake is this?
This is a royal python.
Oh, Osofo Kojo, keep them with you. They are your family members. People, I need to take this break. I'll be right back, okay? So the conversation continues right here in the studio, and you are welcome back. So far, so good. We are all good and safe right here. So, Osofo, I'm being convinced that indeed they are not harmful.
No, they will never harm you.
So, how come those that entered her is causing her?
Because
If they are not harmful, why is her case different?
they can be weaponized.
Okay.
Just as every human being can be manipulated to do something that normally in their right senses they wouldn't do. The same way the snakes can be manipulated.
Okay.
You understand? So
Yes.
now this is a symbolism of the actual energy, actual God that is demanding the life of humans.
Okay.
You understand? So
Yes.
everything you see here is not the actual energy. If the mother of these snakes shows up, probably nobody will sit here.
Yes.
Right? But
Yes.
so these ones are always responding to what the energy is telling them to do. You understand? And these would grow very big. These are babies. You understand? They will grow very big. But once the snake is used in a ritual, okay, that is life. Now, there's the sad part. If the creators of the Kra of an individual comes on earth, and that Kra doesn't have money, that Kra can never give you money.
Yes.
So when you go to a ritualist to do money rituals with somebody, they would always kill those who came on earth with money. It's not everybody. So you are literally exchanging the life of somebody who's come to, because if you go to a god and the god doesn't have money, the god can never give you money.
Money.
If it's a god that heals, the god can only heal you. Forget.
Yes.
If a god of agriculture, you think you are going to a ritual for money rituals, you went and it's a god that farms. You will weed the whole day. nothing will come. You understand? So every single initiation or every single conversation you have with any person at the shrine,
Yes.
try to investigate and find out what the shrine is about before you go. Don't just get up and say, I need money, so I'm going. Right? This lady's issue, to reverse it, it will take over a year.
Over a year?
Yes.
But it can be reversed.
Oh, yeah. It
And
be
can
reversed.
you do that?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Because you have snakes too?
I have snake gods, yeah, but yeah, sure.
You have gods that... Okay.
Yeah, it can be reversed. But the thing is that it will take sacrifices upon sacrifices upon sacrifices. Because every stage, we would have to consult the energies, right? To find out, okay, if we can even move to the next stage. Because you've sold your physical self. Your Kra cannot be taken by anybody. By your being, your physical self, you've given it, is no more yours. You understand? So now we have to bargain and keep negotiating to bring you back from the hole you've kept yourself in. That's why it makes the ritual dangerous. And of course, if she says she brought the money, we can actually, there's a god, an earth god. That god stays in the earth, right? So we can go to that god and do the necessary inquiries and rituals. And what will happen is that we will have to cleanse her with the water from that energy.
Yeah.
And once the cleansing is done, once the ritual is done, now we'll have to cleanse the money as well.
Okay.
If the money vanishes, it means you're never supposed to spend it. If the money sets fire, It means she never supposed. But if the money remains, she
Remains.
can go and spend it.
Okay, after that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, she says she stays at home, looks at the money every day. She's not doing her business anymore. If you could see her, I had the opportunity of seeing her. She doesn't look well physically. She's frustrated. She is. That's why I was asking her if it's actually a real thing or she's not well, because
No,
she
it's real.
doesn't look well. Why is she being haunted? Because, I mean, already the spirit has taken whatever it's supposed to
Yeah.
take from her anyway. Why can't she rejoice over this win?
The remaining trouble she's going through is just psychological.
Okay.
That's all it is. It's just the mind because of the trauma she's gone
through.
You understand? She didn't come out to have anybody have conversation with her how to wean herself off the trauma. So it's just her psychology that is coming back at her. But it's not really the energies because the energy, they come once a year. So once a year, they have to take their sacrifice. The rest is up to you.
So it's she herself. So how do we help her? How do we get her to, at this point, do you think that it's safe for her to even spend the money?
No.
Knowing what the action itself has done to her
No,
already.
that's what I'm saying. The minute she spends $1, she's gone into the contract.
Okay.
So somebody has to die.
So right now she's still safe.
She's still
and
safe.
her family is still safe.
Yes. You understand? But here's the trick. We need to ask her if somebody hasn't died already. Because the minute the ritual was done, the exchange was made. So the first person has to die,
But
even before you come home.
How do you even know that it is for your sake that this person is dead?
Come on. Mostly the people that die are people that were not sick, were very healthy, were doing good. You went in, you came back, that person is gone. Okay. And what happens is that they actually call the person to you in a mirror or in the water, and you have to kill the person before the money will come. You understand? So probably she's not giving the full detail of the ritual, but the sacrifice has to happen there.
Question, my lady, before Alafia.
Thank you very much, Miss Nancy. Please, I want to ask the lady if she has gone back to the friend to ask her if they can return whatever she's gotten. Or maybe she has gone to see a man of God to pray for her.
Man of God cannot do this work. That one I'll tell you.
Oh, okay. Also
Please,
for,
if she has gone back to the friend to...
yes,
Yeah,
my
you can
lady,
ask
are
her.
you there?
Yes, Miss Nancy.
Have you been in touch with your friend since?
Yes, please. I spoke with her and she told me I asked what I wanted, so she can't do anything about it.
Yeah, you
So
got
if I
what you
have the
wanted
money,
and that's
yeah.
it. Nothing can be done about it. Also, you said that men of God cannot do anything about her situation?
No, you can't break it.
But how are you able to?
Because the men of God are dealing from a different frequency. I'm in the same boat.
Okay.
You understand? So if I can literally go to the shrine, but such shrines, the fake shrines, pastors can go there.
Yeah.
But such shrine, a pastor cannot go.
Yeah.
That is not. For you to be a pastor, to go into such shrine, for example, you can't even go with your feet, with
Yeah.
your slippers, right?
Yeah.
You can't even go with your shirt and all of that. The minute you do those practices, you are initiated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The moment you take your
shoes off, your
in
clothes
honor
off,
of them,
put a
yes, it
you've
means that
initiated
you've
yourself.
accepted.
Exactly.
So pastors usually would not be able to do these things.
No, except the pastors who come to us.
So
Yeah, a lot of pastors come.
there are pastors that come to you
Yeah.
for what?
For direction. The funny story. Some of the pastors actually come to take directions and they go and use it in their church as prophetic. Yeah, so when they come, we give them details about the case, and they go, oh, the Holy Spirit revealed to me, but I revealed to. So in this case, I'm the pastor's Holy Spirit.
People, this is Confessions on TV3, and we are hearing stories, and I'm glad that you get to know the issues of other people's lives, and you get to make decisions on how far you can go with your life or not. I'm delighted that we had such knowledge from Osofo Kojo Bento, and I'm delighted that these two gentlemen were very kind to us.
And male and female, by the way.
Male and female, sir and madam, thank you for joining the show. My people and I will be out of here. Thank you.